we are ready for some dungeon diving. It's not much of a dungeon, but it's a temple, and it's classified in the same range. But yeah, everybody, welcome back. We're going to continue. So as they've made their way through the jungle and the kind of the downpour of the kind of storm has kind of settled down a bit. Still a light kind of trickle with heavy drops of rain. Wrong button. Oh, hold on. Kinks with the battle map stuff.
Kinks with maps, kinks with people.
What is your guys' marching order? I kind of just assumed one here when I laid out the characters, but how exactly would you like to approach?
Briar's definitely leading. Definitely first.
I want to be arm in arm with Elena, or just like stomping around and being loud through the forest.
Rowan will be in the back like last time. Kind of sandwiching the squishies in the middle.
Sure will be up with whoever's in front, helping to lead.
Yep, that'll be Ace. Ace will be in the front.
Screen share.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
You.
Zang, you gonna sneak a peek?
I go punch. I go punch it all. Punch all the things.
Yeah. My apologies here. A little bit of setup.
No, you're good.
It wasn't doing the regular capture, so I'm going to boop boop, and we should be good there. There we go. Okay. So I'm sorry. I will. Rowan up front. Correct.
No, Rowan in the back. Rowan
in the back.
Yeah. So I'd assume
he's really sneaking a peek. All
right. Rowan's probably closing up the rear with Elena, then whoever.
Briar. You can say my name without being scared. Yeah. I don't need to step on you.
And whoever. Okay, so Ace and Asher up front. And no initiative.
And I would like it noted.
There's no encounters or anything, but you see from kind of your vantage point, you start to see kind of through the mist of the storm and the night, the moon is full and bright, kind of shining through the density of the forest, but you do see kind of the base of the temple kind of over this hill, and this pathway is again kind of muddy and soggy, and along the sides there's kind of just like streams that are forming as they kind of run off the temple and such. Yeah, it's your floor, however you would like to progress.
Probably still want to be loud, even though it's still kind of rainy, unless we want to try to take the element of surprise if we want to stealthily go about it. It's up to you guys.
Be surprised, didn't that Yahoo get off of the ship and then clearly go squealing to whoever's inside?
Yeah, Nemos has already escaped, so I think the surprise is going to be pretty.
Yes, they may not know exactly when, but they'll certainly be expecting us regardless.
And it's okay. Uncle Tempered and I have some things in store as I pet the tree.
At least permit me to ask them a few questions before you unleash.
Yeah. No, of course.
If they're even willing to talk, but if they come at us first, we'll let them stay alive a little bit.
I know. I have to try there, especially because we don't know.
You're a sweet man, and I love you for it, but still.
Not just that. Even if I need to find out if they are the only ones, or if there's something even bigger than this. At this point, we shouldn't consider them to be the only threat.
Big brain thinking, okay.
I tried.
Okay. So you guys gonna just progress up the embankment here, the slope?
Yep. Ace is gonna continue, obviously cautious, with his eyes open. I don't know.
Oh, and everybody levitates.
Synchronized
Levitating.
Whoa, I didn't think I was a drow in this campaign. What?
We're all drow at heart.
So are you
I
gonna kind of
know.
walk along the path here, or kind of stay in Le Bouches?
Le Bouche.
Le Bouche. Bitchy Le Bouche. Huh?
Maybe stay on the path.
Okay. Elena there. All of this suspense building up to coming to the top here and moving the characters. Okay. And oh, that's all of the foliage. All right. So as you guys round the base here, I want you to roll, at least the leaders here, the 3 compadres, roll your perception checks, just you 3 here.
Okay.
And that will determine how much you see. While you do that, let me grab my dice.
17. 13 plus 4.
That's a good one.
$17. Okay. Anybody else? Everybody else lower than that?
I rolled 21.
21. Okay, that's so as you kind of round the embankment here, you kind of just peek over and you see kind of these shanty huts and kind of fabric coated kind of just primitive shelters, and you also notice kind of some empty cages kind of at the base of this temple stairway. And you notice at least these 2, and they're kind of just working on kind of like securing from the rain and trying to patch like holes on the kind of the top of the roof. And you kind of from this point kind of hear them just kind of like grumble and murmur through the kind of the rain falling, just like kind of like, oh, this rain, you know, that thunder, so the storm that was and all that. You do see those. And with that 21, as you peer over, you see at least a few other kind of doing the same thing. One of them kind of just like huddled up, kind of trying to stay dry as best it can. So that's...
Kind of motion to hold.
Mm-hmm.
With the hold, it'll kind of get low.
What were you going to say?
There appears to be some kind of some people ahead. Looks like they are trying to block off and stay dry from the rain. There's some empty cages as well.
Judging by that large building back there, this must be the place. This has to be them. Those cages must be where they were keeping people.
I'm not much of a sneaky person, so if you want, I can cause a distraction and keep the people that are a chance to possibly surprise.
Well, considering our size, our only options are we have to all successfully sneak in there, or we'll have to deal with them.
Rowan's
out
gonna
here.
slowly put up his hands.
Yes, Ron.
I know I may not look it, but I'm kind of quiet. So, if you guys have an idea, but I have to agree with you, Karan. I think our option is just a frontal assault right now.
And then there's no time like the present.
Can we see where the entrance might be? Just
yeah,
out of
so
curiosity.
from that you can see the steps that kind of lead up, and then
Yeah.
can't really tell the state of the door or anything like that from here, but you assume that that's kind of the entrance. Vines kind of overtaken this kind of jungle temple.
So can
Just
Ace
for
kind of see how many?
our sanity's sake, let me go to this light and shed some light on the place.
So we can sneak around to the left, but I don't think.
You said what time is it now? It's not night, but it took most of the day, you said.
It is like by the time you've come up here, it has become night. Yeah. So it took you, like I said, it was more than a good part of the day. It was the day.
How much of this area is shaded, and to how much is in the moonlight?
My boy.
There's enough kind of peeking through the canopy that you would kind of, depending on where you are, especially as you get closer to the temple, it kind of clears out. But you could probably easily find some clearings that it may drift in and out as the canopy kind of overhead, but for the most part, you would be pretty concealed or covered by the moon.
Okay, well, am I standing in moonlight right now, or am I shaded right now?
I'd say yes. There's some moonlight striking currently.
I'm not much good in a fight, but perhaps we could flank them. I know that I can somewhat easily get it close to them, thanks to this, and I'll kind of just, I mean, I really don't even have to focus in my phylactery for this. I'll just show what I can do with my lunar veil, so I'll cast my lunar veil.
All right. And just over the course of, what did we say, 10 seconds? Is it 10 seconds? It was like a...
yeah, it takes about 10 seconds for it.
About 10 seconds. He slowly kind of, you see just like as the moonlight kind of strikes his form, he kind of just like apparates, and there is no sign of Karan.
I love it when he does that.
Oh, I'm still here.
We're gonna whisper, Karan, if you wanna come, if we wanna try to flank him, I can start heading to the left. Get behind the tents pretty quietly, I think.
I think I have something for this as well. And I will try to shapeshift.
All right.
Oh, he's a monster.
As Asher says this, I'm prepared for this. I have a button. You see as kind of uncomfortably he kind of writhes a little bit, and not necessarily in like a werewolf kind of way, but he quickly just loses his human form, and Asher is a wolf.
Oh.
So for flavor, for theater of the mind,
yes.
The wolf's gonna be basically completely grayed, except for basically the top of his nose all the way up to the scalp is just jet black, and the rest of the body is
one day
just
when I have time, I will make this. I will skin this
pure gray.
Like you have a really dark black mustache that goes all the way to the back.
Well, it's more like skull cap, essentially.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so it goes over the top of the bridge.
Yeah, so it's just like the entire, just like his hair.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ace is gonna stand there and look at both of his party members. One of them just turned invisible, and the other one just turned into a wolf. And he's gonna be like, "I don't have anything like this up my sleeve. I'm just gonna let you guys know that right now."
So, Rowan's gonna go to where Karan was, to his left. And do we want to flank?
Yes, I say that the three of us can try to come up along the left there, perhaps come from behind those tents. And as soon as we attack and provoke the distraction, the rest of you can come in and hopefully we'll be able to stifle this quickly, unless someone has a better idea.
Three of you take the left, and I can take the right.
And we can take the middle. If they see two beautiful women coming up to the forest, maybe they'll be intrigued. Yes? No?
This is another option.
Yes.
Elena, what do you think?
Put you a distraction if you feel comfortable with it.
A little unbutton here, a little hair
She
down
kinda
over
like,
here.
she kind of like smiles and blushes a little bit. That's an interesting tactic. I've never done anything like that, but I.
But it's okay, I'll be your
suppose if
first.
it works.
I mean, but only if the rest of you are okay with it. I just don't want to leave her by herself, you know. See, very good, you know.
I think you two together, provided there's not too much distance between us,
Yeah,
you will do just fine.
I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 phases.
Yeah.
How about this? Can someone, one of you, who will it be? I will need a sign to know when we should come and be a nice distraction. So, okay, the fluffy one. Okay.
So, what's the plan? Where are we moving with some people?
So
Yeah, go ahead. Ace is gonna go and try to sneak to the right while they sneak to the left.
yeah,
Okay.
Rowan.
Sure will follow next
So
to
we'll
him.
say that this is kind of happening. You're gonna follow Ace.
Yes.
All right. So, you guys go ahead and roll your stealth checks as you kind of approach the right there, and then Rowan, you're gonna kind of go all the way around this way.
We're
kinda
gonna
just-
we're gonna hang the left into the shrubbery and.
And
I will
while-
say for this, each of you just go ahead and roll with advantage as well, because with the night cover of night and also the storm kind of making noise and stuff, you guys would be good in that part. And so, Karan, you're going with Rowan.
Yes.
I just rolled 2 9s, so that's a 13.
I will have to be a little slow, or we'll have to. I will probably compete. I can probably keep because I'll just have advantage on my stealth checks as opposed to be completely invisible.
Yes. So in your
so-
case, I don't know. You have advantage +4 out of just off the top of my head.
So Rowan's at a 16. You rolled a 12.
Ace got a 15.
Perfect. Beautiful. It's a pretty low DC for this because it's they're distracted and there's a lot that's I'm gonna lose you in that bush, you wolf.
Okay. So yeah, I got 22.
22.
I forgot I like advantage. Like, yeah, I got
Oh, he lost.
You see as Karan, as he moves, he kind of somewhat becomes a little bit more opaque as he moves, but it's still really hard to see him with like kind of the rain kind of mist effect and stuff. It's like you know he's there and you can't even hardly see him.
That's really cool.
So you guys kind of make your way over there without issue. All the way over there. We'll just let you in all the way around. I'm not going to move it all the way around. Just with that
magic.
stealth check.
And while they're sneaking, I'm going to pull down Elena's hood and I'm going to zhuzh her hair a bit. And I'm gonna like go eat and squeeze and then make this a little tighter so it's more voluptuous. We are just keeping an astute eye and ear open for the furry one.
So are you guys trying to cause the distraction?
Don't know yet. We'll see if there's a.
I think that was actually the determination that they're going to come up the road like, oh, we're just here.
Ew. Oh.
Yeah.
They'll come behind with
Remind me to never make a hill again. To move these characters around. Okay, so I guess roll a performance check. Let me move them over here. You go ahead and roll your performance check. And, well, I guess you guys are pretty much mostly where you want to be, right? And did you want to get all the way behind them?
Hopefully they get drawn out so they present their backs anyways.
Yeah, so I'm going to wait for...
So just kind of sit.
Keep an eye on Ace and
bush.
the ladies and...
Perfect. And
Babushka.
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 Okay. So you guys are heading there. That's fine. All right. What was your performance check? Briar. You're muted.
You didn't tell me to roll one, did you?
I did. It's okay. Just go ahead and roll a performance check.
Nat 20.
Okay. I'm not even gonna roll for. Well, maybe I will roll for Elena. Let me see how she does, how awkward she is or not. You are walking up there. You are stacked.
I'm
She's a brick. Boom, boom, boom. House.
I'm thinking more. It's more. Whoa, whoa! Here she comes.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, here she comes.
Oh, gosh.
Let me get her up here.
Like one of them old school movies. It's just in slow motion. Her hair is like flowing, like from the wind.
Was it from Caddyshack?
Dang! She's got a good performance. Okay.
She did?
She does. No, she I didn't roll great, but she has a +6 to her performance.
Ooh.
Hey, Claire's gotta have that charisma.
She's got that charisma.
Right?
What can I say?
Wow.
So
Yeah, I have zero
with
charisma.
that, not as good as your natural 20. Like she picks up quickly, like on your kind of like the way you're holding yourself and all that. This is the most interesting combat. So with her +6, she's at an 18 herself. So yeah, you guys kind of walk up, and one of the pirates kind of over here, kind of like working on something, trying to like hold up the tent or whatever, kind of like looks over and then looks over again, like, all right, and actually makes his way over to you. And help you, ladies.
Well, it seems we've gotten more than a bit lost. We went to go enjoy each other's company in the jungle a little while ago, but it started raining and now we're all sopping wet.
Oh my god.
Elena kind of like sees you do that, and she kind of like. Well, we don't go to best shelters here, but you're more than welcome to come in my tent. And by this point, the other one kind of was, I don't know, mine's much more dry. You know, we could get you really dry.
Whoa, this guy. He's going in the wrong direction.
Oh no. Oh no.
The other guy kind of like elbows him. So no, I saw him first, and I'm the one that told him I'm gonna help. I'm just saying, ladies, if you want to get really dry in my tent, I've patched up all the holes nice and good. I got a really comfortable bedroll.
Really look like you know how to use that sword. It's so big and bulky.
Elena kind of awkwardly, yes, comfortable does sound really nice.
Doesn't it?
This is some good
by this point,
cop.
another one kind of comes out, and another one kind of trailing behind, and then you see one more kind of. They kind of roll out. This one kind of approaches you. You know, I got a hot meal if you want that.
trying to alpha.
Ooh, I'm
trying to fight for it.
Ooh, a man speaking to my stomach. I think I quite like this. What do you think, Elena?
Bye, Blind.
Hi, Blind.
Bye, Blind.
I'm
Hi,
absolutely.
Blind.
I'm absolutely ravenous. What is this?
Rowan's gonna say to Karan, I had no idea she was that charismatic.
He's like all struck.
But it seems to be working. Perhaps we should advance.
I think Asher is going to make a signal, and I think with that, hopefully all of their backs are turned, and that's when when I move, I'll move on these two here.
Yeah, don't look at me.
He is eyes locked. He's kind of seeing what else is going on. Does not. You're in the bush. I just don't want to move anything.
So long as you can close that distance.
I think I can. I'm pretty confident that I can. They're less than 30 feet from me where I'm at, correct? For sure.
Yeah, you could totally make that. Okay. So you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, okay, it's right there.
It's like right there.
Right where they are. Yeah. You would get
perfect. Just with the swinging range. And then you can do whatever it is you do from a distance.
I have a few tricks, yes.
Rowan's just gonna smile and then keep an eye on the situation.
Ace is he's probably got his head on Asher's head, or his hands on Asher's head, and kind of like, well, whenever you're ready. And then he's just
Asher will let out a howl.
Okay. Okay. And anything on top of that, or just to draw attention?
I'll draw attention, and then I'll come out of the bushes and circle that guy growling.
And while I'm going to be stretching my arms out, very wet in the rain, just stretching, trying to be a big distraction.
Well, by this point, they hear the howl right there. This one kind of turns around, and before he can even do anything, Asher is just right there.
Awesome.
Do they all turn their backs? Do most of them all turn their focus to Asher? That's, I guess.
Yeah, these ones are already kind of facing this one. He doesn't have to turn all that much to just kind of see this, this wolf. If you would like, Asher, you can make. I don't know if you want to, but you can make a surprise attack. So you can.
I will lunge at that guy.
Attack with advantage.
Yeah, Ace would love to dash and get that other guy and just try to Superman punch him, like straight up.
Hold on, I gotta figure out what his attack is. So for +5, so 18.
No, not him, JT, the guy.
Oh, the other guy?
He's gonna go past him and hit
this
the guy
guy
close to the girls, or the one that's furthest from him to the right.
The one with the red cap or the
closest to the girls?
Purple cap. Yeah, purple cap.
Perfect. You can do that easy enough. As he turns around, you're just right there.
Rowan is going to rush the other two.
Okay. So I will go ahead and say also, everybody just go ahead and roll initiative with advantage.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a big bad wolf. We need help.
Not correct. There we go. I don't know. If
I mean, you can swap our positions if you want. I got a 15.
I got
22.
Give me a
I got 16.
I'll call him out. I'll call him out. Don't worry. Karan, 15.
15.
Friar.
4.
4 on your advantage.
Yeah, I rolled a 3 and a 4.
That's sad. Okay. Ace.
15. Or I'm sorry, 16.
16. Rowan.
24.
24. Asher.
I rolled a nat 20, but I'm trying to figure out what my initiative is.
+1.
So yeah, 21 then.
21. And for her, no plus on the initiative. Let me
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the wolf would use
The
my
two girls
initiative.
are just not. She rolled a 3. Well, I guess she gets advantage because it's a bit of a surprise. Okay, 10. That's better.
Oh no, it's the big bad wolves. What do we
Oh,
do?
no.
We're just left in the jungle. They join each other.
Oh, that's perfect because right now they don't know you're in on this. They think they're being attacked by something else coincidentally, but it turns out the coincidence is not so coincidental
Oh
after all.
no.
Smart.
What was us?
Okay, so with that, I will give you the surprise attacks for whoever you 3, at least, and then we'll start the initiative order. So between
Let's do
Asher,
this.
roll your attack.
That was an 18.
18, that will hit.
Mhm.
And
that's-
I'm probably still gonna attack actually.
okay.
13 damage.
What is everybody's current HP? If I could have that.
22.
24.
37 in wild shape.
25.
Hold on.
16.
Hold on. I can't do multiple.
We'll wait for you. Just say our names and we'll respond.
Yes.
Asher,
37 in wild shape.
37 in wild shape. So yes, okay. And Ace,
25.
25. Run,
22.
22. Good there. Briar.
I have 16.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so let me. There we go. This first one. So roll your damage because that will hit. Asher,
It was 13.
13 damage.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, you just absolutely just maul this guy to pieces, and
Just throw it out.
he is.
Yes.
it just.
Yes.
It just.
Rip his throat
And Ace,
out.
roll your attack. And Rowan, go ahead and roll your attack, and Karun, go ahead and roll your attacks as well. Just have them roll.
Oh, you have to roll for my attack.
That's true. Okay.
18 to hit.
18 hits. Go.
Just let me know when you get to mine.
As
That is going to be 5 points of damage. Do I get my second hit, my
5
second
points
swing?
of
Or
damage. You can
is it
either
just
choose
one?
that. Yes, you can choose that, or you can do your block.
will that swing have advantage too, or is it just the first one?
Just the first one.
Okay. Oh, well, that's even better. So 24 to hit
That'll do it.
and 6 more points of damage.
6 more points of damage. That is perfectly enough. You just and this guy's dead. They're just like the pirates you guys fought on the boat. They're not the strongest fellers. And Rowan, what was your attack?
So it is 19 plus 5 to hit with Jathryl's longsword, so that's 25 with a natural 19. 25 to hit.
Sure will.
So I'm gonna swing with one sword for now, and see what I do with the
Okay.
with that attack, and then go from there.
Sounds good.
So that's a 4 plus 7, so that's 7 damage.
That's
Two.
11.
4 plus
Wait,
7 is
4
11, and I
plus
believe
7?
that is another decapitate.
No,
Wait,
4
hold
plus
on.
3. 4 plus 3 is 7. So it's
Oh, okay.
7.
You said
Oh,
4 plus
7.
7.
Okay, good.
Did you try to ignite your flame tongue?
Oh yeah, no, I gotta do
Well,
that.
I don't know how that would,
Yeah, no,
how that would
that's a
fare in the rain.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no,
Sneaky time.
yeah, it's sneaky time. So we're going with the sneak. Rowan didn't want to.
Yeah.
Find it. So 7 damage. How's he looking?
He's looking pretty hurt.
Okay, so Rowan's gonna go for his second attack with the Lymeal's blade.
Okay.
That is a 11 plus 5. That is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for the damage. That is 5 damage.
That'll do it. With that, you guys are rolling like absolutely perfect. They have 11 HP, and you guys are perfectly hitting 11 HP. And just this guy just and he falls. This one can't even. You guys are gonna kill him before they even get initiative. Okay, I roll a dex saving throw.
I'm not attacking this one here. I'm
okay.
attacking the far guy. He's
The
60
far
feet,
guy.
right? He's within 60 feet. That one over there by his lonesome.
Probably 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm attacking that one. So
Gonna
14.
attack that guy. The quickest encounter. Nobody even taking any damage. So I roll a dex saving throw. You're doing the sacred flame.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That will not hit. Okay, roll your damage. That was a 6.
Oh, it will not.
+1.
He's still. Oh, nice.
No, it
nice.
will hit. I'm sorry, it will not
It will
save.
hit. It will not hit. I'm like, damn it.
I'm sorry.
God, again.
Sacred flame.
Ooh, it's an 8.
8
Max
on the damage. All right, that was a max
I
you
did
can
something
do.
in the first round of combat. Amazing.
Let's go.
Good job.
But he's still
Proud
out.
of you.
He just kind of melts a little bit. He's looking pretty bad. Just okay. So that ends the surprise round for the people that were making attacks. We will enter initiative order. We're going to
Oh, I'm
see
also no
people-
longer invisible.
It is. Oh
Sorry.
yes. So that
I cast a
fades.
spell.
This one just sees his dude get absolutely shreked, and so he will turn and attempt to make an attack against Rowan. That is a natural 1. He turns and just slips in the mud, and this guy's prone. F this guy. This is the worst encounter. Okay, it did say it was a trivial encounter, but he's freaking pathetic. This guy,
It looks like he didn't know how to wield his sword, Elena.
he's gonna run up to this barbarian guy, and as the wolf just mauls his friend, he's gonna roll a attack. That's not gonna hit either.
I mean, it's supposed to be between a wolf that ripped out one friend's throat or a guy that crushed another man's skull.
Oh wait, so no wait. No, that's a +3. That's not gonna hit. That's freaking 9. Okay. So that's his turn. And we move from there to Ace. Your turn. In this order. Well, actually, we're gonna
What
move
about
to
the girls?
we're gonna move to the girls because it's their yeah. So it would be Elena.
Mhm.
Elena will. What will Elena do? Elena's just gonna see that you cast Sacred Flame on this dude, and she's gonna roll her own. Well, he's gonna roll. Okay, he saved.
Okay.
He saved her Sacred Flame. That'll be her turn.
Good for him.
And Briar, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go. Oh no! There's a big bad wolf, and then I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on that dude.
This guy.
Damaged one.
Look at this dude. Okay, and that's a Wisdom saving throw.
Intelligence of 13.
Okay, that's a 18 on his roll. I don't know what his modifier is, but I imagine that
Doesn't
makes-
matter,
It doesn't have
yeah.
that much of a negative, I don't think.
Half damage. Already.
So he still gets
There-
half damage of 1d6.
With Mind Sliver, it's half still.
Let's see, actually, yeah.
Let's
I
check.
don't think so. I think it's
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's only
Yeah.
usually only things with an
It's
Oh,
edge
it's a
effect.
cantrip. You're right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It's a cantrip. My bad.
It's like
Okay.
infinite damage with a cantrip. Always damage, no matter what. Yeah. So he saves that. You try to penetrate his mind as he gives up on the thought of. Never mind. Never mind. And we reached the top of the round. Rowan. This guy just fell, kind of right in front of you, slipped in the mud, and
Rowan.
kind of scattering to get back up to make an attack against you.
Rowan's just gonna go ahead and just swing with his 2 swords onto the
Okay.
guy.
Roll your attack.
Gonna clean that up real quick. Wow, okay. That is a 7 + 5, a 12 to hit for the first one.
12 hits. That's the armor class.
Okay. And then we'll go
He's
ahead and-
prone, so
Oh,
he is
yeah,
prone.
he's
An
prone,
this
so you
is
have
all like
advantage.
ultra devastating damage to
You
him.
have- well, it's not necessarily a crit. You just have advantage on the attack. If he was unconscious, that would be death saves that immediately lost.
Oh, I thought prone is a crit. No, but okay.
Is
so
it? I think it's just advantage.
No, it's advantage. Unconscious is a crit.
Unconscious is a crit, yeah.
Okay, so 4 damage for the first hit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and roll for the Blind Mill's Blade. That is a 17 plus 5. That is a 22 to hit.
22 hits as well.
Okay.
So -4, and then minus whatever this is.
So that is an 8 plus 3. So that's 11.
11. That. He gone. He has -4 health.
So Rowan is just going to basically just with his 2 swords right next to him, just pull them out.
The life leaves his body. Goodbye, mercenary pirate dude. And last one standing, and it's somebody's beautiful turn. Asher, my wolf.
So, seeing him attack Ace, I just want to jump up on him, like, pause on the shoulders and swing for an attack. Which, since Ace is within 5 feet, it's advantage.
Yes, it is.
With the wolf,
Aha.
it is, yeah.
Flanking.
Pack tactics.
Pack tactic.
That is 14.
That'll hit.
And then that is...
It's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
This guy has 3 HP.
15 damage.
You literally like bite his head off.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm thinking like on the shoulders, go for the throat and just rip it out. And then just look up at the group with my tail wagging like...
You did that with the last guy. This guy, you ripped his head clean off.
Good lord, Ash.
Like
The other guy at least
way
had the
more
time
than
to bleed
his
out.
max HP, and he was already low. So he gone. Well done. Okay, so that's all of them as far as you can tell from here. Goodbye.
Oh, yeah, we did it.
Does
Flawless
any of them have like some kind of key on them or any kind of like parchment or anything?
No, none of these have any kind of key. You get from the impression of the kind of open cages that the prisoners have already been taken into the temple. At least that
Well, I just meant
seems
like
the
a
most
key.
obvious.
Sorry, I just meant like maybe a key to like the door that is going into the temple, if it may be locked or anything.
Nope, you don't find any kind of key or anything like that. What you do find, let me check here. You find for each person between all of these different people, and then split between you guys, 7 silver pieces and 4 copper pieces, just kind of in their pockets and within the loot of the little tents and stuff. And also 50 feet of hempen rope, so just an extra bit of rope, and just 5 rusty short swords like the pirates have had.
Everybody gets 7 silver and 4 copper.
7 silver, 4 copper for everybody.
Rowan's gonna see the rope. I can carry that if needed.
I already have 100 feet myself, so if you need it, by all means.
Anybody else? Asher. Dog phone. Okay. Ace.
I'm good. If you want to take it.
Briar or Lena. Okay. Rowan's just gonna go ahead and put it in his backpack. And put it back on.
Alright.
Maybe we can smoke it later.
I hate you.
I think
Got any of that hempen rope, man? Okay. So, you spend a moment looking through, you find that, and I imagine probably approach the gate, and it is slightly ajar. There's no light in there, so it is, you do gather that when you go in, it'll be pretty dark.
Before we go in, Rowan is going to get the sword, his a Jathril sword, put it underneath the cover, and just think of fire and try to ignite it. Yeah.
It's gonna do a Beric Dondarrion and
That's a natural 19, baby.
That'll do it. The sword ignites before you you enter, and as kind of little bits of rain kind of drip down, it kind of but it stays lit. So unless there's anything else you would like to do out here, we can enter the temple.
I'll lead the way. Asher, if you want to come next to me.
Yeah, I'll walk side by side and like sniffing the ground and try to see if I can smell anyone up ahead.
Imagine Asher probably is on one side, and then I'll follow Rowan on the other side. Close.
Want to protect the squishies in the back? Maybe.
I'm loading up the other temple while I turn this this off. Let me add a light source to Rowan. I didn't think about that. that was smart. Let me just quickly point light.
Elena, did he call us squishy? I wonder what he was talking about. I mean, a little inappropriate, don't you think?
That was Allie talking, but
Oh.
that's Allie talking, but
okay. I retract.
I guess I can follow them in the back. See, stays.
Excuse me, I'm doing a little bit of setup. I don't know if there's any kind of role play, anything anybody would like to do.
Well, you guys, if you don't know this already and haven't seen, we hit affiliate. So, like, big thank you. So grateful from the bottom of our hearts to all of you being here and supporting us. Big shout outs to Obi, to Rar, to Danessa, to like literally every single person that is here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
yeah.
Thanks, guys.
And we
Millions.
were incredibly humbled, and we were just here with our mouths agape, and honestly it's been so amazing. So if you guys haven't followed yet or become a subscriber, please consider doing so. We're doing things and stuff, and this is so amazing. And yeah,
Emotes and badges are soon to come.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, Rowan is going to whisper to Karun. Do you have any idea of the layout of this place before we really venture further in, or is this your first time here?
No, I was hoping honestly to find something in Tambrin's notes, but so we'll be going in blind, as you might say.
Yeah.
But
So meta.
Pun not intended, but I guess I'll take it. But from the initial looks of it, it seems fairly straightforward. I honestly don't know. We'll just have to be careful.
All right, everybody, let's stay close together.
You kept your wild shape.
Yeah, I'm still I'm walking next to Rowan, kind of sniffing and listening for people about.
And this is enclosed enough that there's no real moonlight, maybe like a couple of cones, but that's about it.
No, yeah, there's kind of cracks. You see like one here, the moonlight above, the piercing moonlight from the unabated by the canopy, just kind of a bit of light kind of naturally as this kind of echo chamber as you kind of look around with just this hollowed out kind of beautiful craftsmanship in the moonlight, just kind of beautifully craftsman. So I didn't catch your guys' marching order, but also as you kind of walk in, you light your sword, and Elena just kind of sends kind of a globule of light and casts light a bit ahead of you guys. So
Rowan's gonna turn around and say thank you. Seeing
thank you as well. We all have our ways.
We do. So Rowan will be at the front, Asher next to him. I don't know where everybody else would be.
So just kind of walk ahead.
Yeah, Ace will be in the back, kind
In
of
the back?
protecting the people. Yeah,
Okay.
We'll move.
protecting our
Rowan
backsides.
ahead. Elena kind of in the rear. Squishies.
I want to go right behind Rowan for
Right
this one.
behind Rowan. Okay.
Yeah.
And Asher and Karan
I am right next to Rowan.
next to Rowan and Karan.
I'll probably be right next to Elena then in this case if Briar's going to be towards the front.
Perfect. And you see in there just seems like kind of an entrance with a kind of another hallway.
Okay.
Can I smell anything or hear anything in the other room that would indicate a person?
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
What is my perception? Perception plus 6. So 24.
24.
Nice.
Really good. You kind of sniff expecting to smell something and kind of up ahead. And as you catch a whiff of something actually like really close, something somewhat familiar. And
So he's gonna kind of get close and growl.
Karen, maybe we should be careful of anywhere the moonlight is sleeping in. Yes, they can do what you do.
Yes, they most certainly can. But, let's see here. You said it was close.
No, I'm just growling and kind of
I
like
can't say anything.
attack position.
Oh, yeah, so you actually cannot talk at all in this form. Okay.
Rowan would probably be like, be on edge. I think something's near.
Well, and then I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Second here. See.
Because Lunar Veil is still magic and a cantrip, right?
I'm trying to figure out if that's magic or if that's an ability, because I know abilities don't technically work with.
No, abilities wouldn't count. So that's why I know it's because it's in my spell list, is all.
Yeah. So you would know that. You don't have to expend that spell slot unless you want to cast it anyway and see.
Okay, so that's what we're ruling it as. It's an ability, not a spell. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
I would let me check, because I know that especially with that it can be. Well, like with dispel magic, that kind of rule applies. Like it doesn't dispel abilities; it dispels spells as they're cast.
Since the presence of magic, if it qualifies as magic, then I'll be able to see, like kind of like a faint outline or aura or something along those lines. But if this is a non-magical, like it's literally like I can take the refraction of that wavelength of light in my skin, and that allows me to make all of my stuff, including my clothes, disappear. So that's it. That's your call. Because yes, I figure Karan would inherently know if it works or not.
Go ahead and try it. Go ahead and do it.
Bosh. It's cast.
So as you cast this and you kind of look in the direction that Wolf Asher is pointing to, you immediately see kind of this ethereal form kind of apparate, and as you peer into it, it becomes clear and you can see the familiar eyes of hatred of Nemos, dagger drawn, standing in the moonlight. And as he sees you make eye contact, give me 1 second.
Uh-oh.
go ahead and okay. Never mind. That would be it's a spell attack. So does a 16 hit?
Hit me?
Yes.
Yes, it would. Just barely.
You
Because Elena
see,
didn't cast
as
anything.
he notices you noticing him, he puts the dagger down and immediately lunges out towards you with his hand, and you see this kind of like, with your detect magic, you see this magic apparate in his hands. Wait a second here. I gotta roll some dice.
What school is the magic that's apparating? Because I should know that if I can see it.
The school is necromancy.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Let me find the right dice. I think that's the right dice. It is. Okay, you're lucky. Okay, you're really lucky. Wow,
Okay.
you are really lucky. That was 3d10.
Yeah, I know what attack it is.
You
I
know what it
attack
is.
Yeah, I know what attack it is.
Yeah,
Freaking inflict wounds, yes.
it is, yes. And he rolled a 1, a 2, and a 4.
What?
Okay.
Yo.
So you're taking 7 points of necrotic damage. Oh, that could have been bad.
All right.
And with that, he drops the veil as he lunges, and everybody else can kind of see him, and he has that devilish fiery look in his eyes as he kind of attempts to like grab your face with this, but then you kind of move out of the way as you spotted him, and he just kind of latches onto your shoulder, and you feel it kind of singe that necrotic kind of necromantic energy. We'll just, instead of rolling an initiative here, let's just go ahead with the previous initiative. So Rowan, you can immediately react to this.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if I could react to him.
Since you saw him, go ahead. You do it first. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do it back.
No, it's actually
grab his face.
That's actually what I'm going to do.
Ooh.
I'm going to do it. So it is.
Let me show you how to do it properly.
That's so epic. He misses and you just face palm.
No, he didn't miss. He hit
You
me.
haven't missed it.
He
Well,
still,
yeah.
he still did the
He
damage.
missed your face though, so he didn't do as
All right,
much
so
damage
hit
as hopefully you can
DC.
do. Come on, high roll, high roll.
That is a 20 to hit.
Ooh,
14
okay.
plus
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit.
Kill him.
Right.
Roll your
so-
3d10.
Yep. Hang on a sec here.
Ooh boy.
I'm actually gonna have to roll a d10 twice because I'm missing one. Or well, I'm just short one. I didn't think I was gonna have to have.
Don't roll
D10s
like he did.
repaired.
Literally 1, 2, and 4. Like it couldn't be worse for d10s.
All right, so and then I'm gonna roll this one again. Six. That is 21 damage.
21
Ooh.
damage. All right.
10, a 6, and a 5.
With that, as you kind of deflect his, you immediately like counter with just grabbing his face and searing this energy back into him, and he kind of like muffled just as you do a good chunk of damage to a dude here. Yeah, 21 damage, right?
21 damage.
And it does, you can tell it does a good chunk to our boy Namos here.
Rowan is going to rush him with Lymel's sword and Jathryl's sword ignited.
Well, let me actually put him in the world here. Where'd he go?
For the couple seconds he's still alive.
For the couple seconds he's still alive with his
I thought you wanted to talk to them, Karen.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a moment. But let's let now.
Well, maybe you might not get a chance.
Yeah, you might not get a chance.
With Rowan coming over to
Continue.
counter this. You guys are too clever. You see that little moonlight and you just knew. You're too clever.
I had to ask, like, is this place covered or not? Oh,
technically I did smell
random hole in
and
the
then
ceiling.
you with your freaking wolf would have gotten away with it. It wasn't for you kids and your stupid dog.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scoob.
Just too clever.
Thanks,
Scoop. Yoink.
Scooby
All
Squad.
right. So yeah, roll your attack.
Rowan is going to sheathe the Lymel sword, but he's going to almost kind of like get behind him, if you can imagine that. Like Rowan's gonna get kind of right behind him and just kind of do an attack to his back with the Jathryl's sword. That is a 17 plus 5, a 22 to hit.
Good. That'll hit. Yep.
And then go ahead and roll the damage. As a 1 plus 3, so that's 4. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll another. I'm going to roll a d4 for flame damage. That is 5
Total
damage.
What
5
is the total?
5. So that is 1 plus 3, so 4 plus an additional 1 from the flames. So that's 4.
4 total damage.
5 total. Sorry, 5. 1 plus 3.
Just give me so many numbers.
5. 5.
What am I writing?
5. 5. Yes.
Okay.
And then after attacking him, Rowan's gonna kind of take his arm underneath, like kind of go underneath the left arm of Nemes's, and then kind of lock it.
Oh, that would be another action, kind of an attempt of.
Oh, that'd be.
Yeah, it'd be
okay.
another action of like trying to attempt to grapple. I don't think you'd be able to do
that's
that as
right,
like
yeah.
like a bonus action.
I forget that I don't have 2 actions. I keep forgetting that. I guess
Action
Rowan
surge.
would... I could, yeah.
Maybe not for this.
Yeah, maybe not for that. But no, I already sheathed the Lymel sword, so that is all I'm going to do.
So you're behind, right? So
I moved behind him. I was, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I believe Asher was after that.
And that's why I was asking is, so I'm going to go right down the middle and tackle this motherfucker.
Okay. Are you going to make an attack or just try to grapple?
Make an attack. But
Okay.
that was more flavor
Roll your
text of
attack.
like
Okay. Perfect. Tear his head off too.
Yep. Okay. 16 plus dirty 20.
That'll hurt. That'll hurt.
7 plus 3, 10.
10. Okay. With that, you maul this Namos, and in his rage, in an attempt to best Quran. Well, how do you want to do that? Asher, once more.
Okay, I was gonna say Asher.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna basically seeing that I'm hurt my friend, I'm gonna just pile on him from the side and just start ripping into him.
And that does it. Namos is Nomos.
And Namos was his
That's his
name.
name. Oh, I was thinking the same thing.
And after, like, with blood on my face, I'm gonna like go up to Karan and like kind of nudge at his leg.
Karan is currently sitting on the ground, shocked, stunned, and he's looking at his hand. Not the one that got attacked, but the one that he touched.
Go
Nemos's
ahead.
face.
Go
and did all
ahead
the damage
and
with.
roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Does it help that you have a dog licking the side of your face?
Uh-oh.
No, that's let's see. Wisdom.
Oh, no.
It's a 15.
Oh,
It's 11 plus 4, so.
You stare at this kind of purple necrotic energy kind of swirling around your hand. And then you snuff it out and kind of look away.
oh. It's a good call, Briar, about the moonlight.
I'm gonna walk over to Karan. Thank you, Ron. And I'm gonna help him up and I'm gonna open his hand and look at it.
The hand that I
Yeah.
imagine looks normal now.
Hey.
Unless it looks different, does it look different?
No. It's looks normal.
Quick.
That was some quite
Just
impressive
nothing
moves you just did there, Karun.
Yeah.
Impressive could be a word for it. Honestly, I've never actually cast that spell before.
I was about to ask, is that the first time you ever had to use it?
I mean, had to, it would imply that it was something in my repertoire before. I've never used it. Never.
Oh.
But
Thank you.
that's neither here nor there. And
Right.
I'm gonna have to, or I'm gonna cast it. Well, let's see. I took 7 damage. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna cast it, like touch my right arm, and heal up my damage.
Okay. So are you
and I'm gonna look
casting
to
first level cure wounds or?
yeah, because that'll just guarantee that it heals it up.
Okay.
And I'm going to look to Davner and say, unfortunately, God damn it, it's like twice I've done it. Look to Asher, it's the part. Look to Asher and say, unfortunately, I might have to rely on your healing a bit prematurely.
Huh?
He's gonna walk over to Asher and just be like, "When we get back, I'm getting you the biggest bone I can find. You are a badass."
Oh shit! So I just read, not that it's come into play. Apparently, every time I bite someone, they also have to make a DC 13 saving throw.
Really? Well, you've
They
killed
get
everybody
knocked
you
prone.
bit.
Yeah, you did. You literally murdered them.
They were knocked prone, all right.
All right.
Okay. So
Let's, keep going. Rowan's gonna go back to the front and pull back out the lime mill's blade.
quickly move up. As far as what check here. He actually, as if you quickly search his body, just the dagger that he had and a potion of healing actually on his persons. You guys are stacked on potions.
I'll
I'm
take
gonna-
this one, I
yeah.
guess.
I was gonna tell Corona to take it.
Seeing as I have no spells.
Alright. Onward.
Yeah.
As you approach this next corridor, in the rear. Let me move everybody at once. You approach, and as you light up this hallway, you see a bit of scrawled this on the floor here, and it's written in a language unfamiliar to anybody as each of you kind of look at it. But underneath it, there's written in kind of a different language, as if it was like a translation, and it's written in Druidic.
Would I recognize that in my wolf form, or?
Yes, you retain your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma as in your wild shape form, so you would be able to recognize that. But as far as like your ability to speak and in that regard, I think you retain your ability to, as far as I know.
Let me double check that before I start reading in dog form.
You tell everybody else. Woof, woof, woof.
Right.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really say much, so. Oh, your game statistics are replaced with statistics of the beast, but you retain your alignment, personality, intelligent. Yeah, okay.
Where do you read what languages you speak?
Left
usually on the
side below
bottom
your
left.
senses.
Oh,
Play languages, yeah.
Does it say anything that I would need to, pop out of shape and tell them?
Probably yes. Let me write it for you here.
yeah. I don't want to waste one of my spell slots to untangle the words.
Let me send that. And then you can... as you guys look here, you see kind of like scorch marks along the walls of this kind of hallway. And you see actually kind of this pile of ash and kind of charred bone, and kind of one little kind of charred and rusted little short sword in this kind of pile of ash.
So yeah, I will pop out of druid or pop back into human form and be like, "Oh, that was weird." Ground her. You okay?
I'm fine now. Just unfortunately tapped. I have one more resource I can pull from for healing, but I think I will need to rely on you. We have some potions, but not enough. I just hope that he doesn't put up too much of a fight.
We shall be okay. I can read it. It's druidic. It move forward like the night is becoming day. Would that ring a bell to you?
The night is becoming day. I mean, I could make some inferences. Do you want me to roll to see if there is actually anything deeper than just making a rough inference based on what it's cryptically saying? Like a historical
no,
saying.
this one's just a puzzle. So like, you don't.
Ace is gonna be like, I have an idea, and he's just gonna take off.
No.
And he's going to go on the darkest gray, and then the lighter gray, and then lighter. Yeah, so you...
Yeah, the
along
gradient.
there. Okay.
Yes,
So
so
that's
darker. Yep.
As he just takes off, he steps on this plate, and immediately it sets down, and you see kind of like almost fumes kind of apparate through these kind of orifices, these different holes. And as he steps onto the next plate, it passes down, and from your guys' perspective, it just fire just shoots across the first plate that he stepped across, and you hear more as you hear him kind of like run across, you hear more of these kind of just flame and absolutely scorch this area. But as that dies down, you see Ace is safely on the other side.
Holy shit, I was not thinking that was gonna work.
So you would actually do it.
That was one way of testing a theory.
Brute force things, I guess.
No kidding.
Who's
Elena,
next?
No discussion, just
Shall we?
Again, let's go over just in case. We shouldn't all have to run so recklessly across this trap, which we apparently know what to do now.
Elena, can you see the floors? Like, can you see that with your vision, or no?
There's nothing magical here. It seems to be all mechanical sort.
So, how good are you at seeing this? I don't want to take a risk, so maybe when we go across, you come with me, or maybe ride the wolf.
I can carry you if you want, Elena.
Might be easier if I perhaps piggyback, I suppose.
Okay.
She kind of opens up like a little bit.
Okay. Rowan is gonna kind of.
Don't let it cinch her butt. Be careful.
Rowan's gonna kneel down in front of her to where she can kind of just put her arms around his neck, and then he can kind of.
Ace.
Yes.
Is there anything on that side, a lever, some switch? Perhaps we can turn this thing off outright.
Let me check. Investigation?
Sure. Yeah.
How about a 12?
With the 12, you look around, you kind of like run your hands along the wall without stepping on any of the plates or any of that, and you're fairly confident that there's no kind of lever or anything obvious of that sort.
It doesn't appear to be anything, to be honest.
It was worth a shot. All right, so we can try deciphering what it is that you translated.
I think
we...
he might have done that.
Well, I just thought dark to day, dark colors to the day, the light colors. So start with the darkest and then go to the lightest.
Rowan is basically gonna do a monkey see, monkey do with Elena. He's gonna get up. And he's gonna be like, "Are you ready?"
Okay, and she kind of just like buries her head into like the back of your neck.
And Rowan's going to do the exact same movements, even run at the same points that Ace did, just to literally monkey see, monkey do, mimic, just to make sure that he didn't skip a beat.
Same thing as you step on this plate. As you run across, it seems to be each one behind you kind of lights as you step on the next plate and you make it across safely.
And then I'm gonna get down enough and then kind of say, "We're here," and then kind of help her off.
I'm glad I didn't have to do this as a wolf.
Ace helps her get down, very politely.
Well, that was exciting.
A little bit fiery.
That's...
Thank you, Ace.
I was going to say something out of character, but in character. Yes, very hot.
I started her on a bad track.
She didn't actually say that. It's not canon. She didn't say it.
I was gonna say I don't know how Rowan would feel about
Holston.
people like that. That's Holston. Yeah,
Rowan is aroused again.
Rowan likes that. That's good.
Rowan liked that. Perfect. Okay.
Rowan wants to be the next
as
shoe.
they all left, it is a bit darker for you guys over here now because the light sources are have made their way over there, but
The globule wouldn't be over there still, or
We can all
Um,
see, and we all have dark vision. So
yeah.
so long as
Yeah,
we
you're
can
good.
see the
She turns.
shapes.
I don't.
There you go. It's light. But by this point, you'd make it across. No problem. You've kind of figured it by this point that is how that works.
I mean, so long as it's down that
Mhm.
second row in. The other rows, it won't work out that way.
You can find
We
out.
don't want to find out.
You can
We're
find
not
out.
going to find out. I'm pretty sure the guy in the middle row found out.
He
for us
found
what
out.
happened.
He found out real quick.
Well, Krun, do you need me to stay in this form, or should I?
Oh, that's right. You're back
I
to
mean,
normal. Let me boop, boop.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm doing this
talking
in.
to me, though. I mean, if you, it's easy for you to transform back. We can always do that when we get into combat. Whatever's easiest for you to, well, I guess, communicate with us and perform. I like you both there, guys.
Yeah, I'll stay.
I don't
This is
think,
for
and I
a
look
little
back
bit.
to Briar, that we need assistance in crossing. The trap does seem, so long as you go this path, to be relatively straightforward.
Yep. So
Yeah, expediency.
Yeah, and Asher will start making his way.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun.
making my way.
We'll
All right.
do it not at the same
One- yeah,
time.
I'm just moving for expediency's sake.
Yeah.
That's fine,
You
yeah.
each of you single file, letting the flames do the things. Briar trips and falls and lands in the middle one and gets absolutely incinerated. Go ahead and roll a new character, Briar.
So just put another little token there. It's ashes and bones.
No
She
big
really
deal.
is turning into Anakin.
I know, right?
I hate you. I hate you. Okay, so marching order as you make your way up here. Anything else if you'd like to do anything before you head up?
no. Rowan is going to say, as he's kind of going through, excuse me, and put the flame out and continue the guide with the
Okay.
sword.
So you are putting your flame out, or you're bringing your sword out, like with the flame? lit?
I'm holding the flame out, the sword
Okay,
out, the flame.
perfect.
Yeah, the flame
Okay.
tongue.
So go ahead and roll a. Actually, no need to roll. With your passive perceptions, you can hear kind of up the hall in this next kind of chamber. You can hear kind of like this faint kind of chanting and like kind of a ominous chant taking place in this next section. And as you kind of peer in, you can kind of see there's like moonlight kind of seeping into this next chamber, and you can vaguely see kind of a figure at the top of this a kind of balcony within there.
Shark bait. Wah.
Well, Krun, I think it's time for me to, and I'll shift back in since we're getting into some sketchy things.
I might try to see if I can, veil myself when we first get in there, but who knows what eyes might already be watching the door.
I plan on punching them.
Rowan is going to
Oops.
gesture.
I just duplicated the party.
We cast
We're already having a
duplicate.
doppelganger fight? Oh man, we gotta fight each other already, which is just the first dungeon, man. It's a tough fight.
Okay, let me move you forward. It'll never get easy trying to maneuver the party. Oh no, where'd everybody go? Oh boy.
Under
We
the
went
stairs
from-
or something.
Yeah, they did. And it deselected
Went from being a
them.
power of 2 to a power of 0.
And that's a TPK, easy.
Wow, just like that.
And you fell through the map. You all know.
I'm just gonna put Elena's hand on my shoulder and make her like trail behind me so I don't have to hold her hand and I'm free.
Rowan's going to follow Karun with his sword. Aiming in
Yeah.
the light.
Asher, since going back to a wolf, will start sniffing ahead, seeing if he can smell anything.
We want
Yeah, with-
Elena to put her
with
light out.
this-
No need for that. As you kind of enter this, is this kind of a good marching order for you guys?
Yeah.
Karun first.
Yeah, Karan.
Karan
Yeah, you
first.
can put me first out.
You step into this chamber, and you're going to wild shape.
Yeah, I'll be
Mhm.
back to wild shape.
Biting his butt.
In the butt.
And Briar leading Elena. As you enter this, the chanting gets really loud, and you can see as who you recognize as Kethiel is at the top, and he has one of the crewmates there, and the chanting stops, and he's holding this blindfolded and gagged crewmate from presumably the Duskmire Bogger. And you see as he holds him, he kind of smiles and looks at you, Karan. And as he holds this crewmate, kind of slightly struggling, but not too much, just kind of like sitting there. And he looks at you. Hello, Karan. Have you come to join us? And just casually, he slits the throat of this guy and kind of leans him over the balcony, and it drips down the wall, and he kind of the blood kind of just pours into this pool.
In a rage, Ace is gonna rage, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm a sacrifice. Why don't you come up real close so we can have a face-to-face conversation?"
Oh, I intend to.
Asher's gonna be like kind of weaving in and out between their legs, like growling, essentially.
You know why I'm here, Kethiel. This is madness. This goes against everything that you stood for, that you taught me to be. You are an inspiration to many. Your gifts, why waste them on this? You know I can't join you. I'm here to make sure that you stopped.
Well, I don't think there's any stopping this. Ron, it's either you join me or you join them. And he kind of holds up the kind of lifeless head of this man and kind of shoves him to the side and kind of disappears from the balcony once more, and kind of comes up, and there's another one there that this one kind of struggling a lot harder, and he Kethiel kind of looks at you, and he holds the dagger again. This one kind of like struggling a little bit. You know, I never truly believed what I was taught, what I was teaching you. And again, he kind of just with this other crewmate, and this one kind of struggles again, and he kind of holds him over as it drips into this kind of fountain.
Rowan kind of takes a step forward to get even with Karan at the sight of that.
Yeah, after that, Ace is gonna look kind of, as he's talking, Ace is not listening. He's like,
Nah.
"I need to figure something out very quickly because I'm about to just dash and punch this dude in the face." So
There's no talking with you, Karan. Or Kethiel. I'm saying my own name. There's no reasoning with you, Kethiel. It's obvious. I'm putting a stop to this, even if it goes against everything that I was brought up, everything I thought that you held dear, that is part of our nature. I can't ignore that. That is something that Namos may have gotten right. But one thing is, even if I am not more powerful than you, I most certainly am better.
I'm just going to start walking and
Okay.
moving
As
forward
this
towards...
last one kind of just stops struggling and kind of bleeds out, he shoves it to the other side, shoves the crewmate to the other side, and he kind of wipes the blood from this dagger. And this dagger kind of has this like greenish purple tinge to it, as it like reflects in this moonlight. And as you approach, you kind of hear this like, and you see kind of on either side of the stairs. Let me switch here to Theater of the Mind here. You see kind of almost like tumbling down the stairs, one of the bodies of kind of on the left side as you peer in, kind of tumbles down, almost like falling, but like resisting the fall as it kind of stiffens up and like, and then kind of almost spider crawls backwards down the steps. And you see one of the kind of pirates on that side kind of like looks back as this kind of bloodied figure kind of retches up and then claws at him, and he kind of tries to fight it back as it kind of claws at him, and it takes him down, and he kind of tumbles down the stairs, and this thing kind of ripping his throat out, and the kind of the other pirate that's still up there kind of like looks, and you see kind of a similar thing on the other side as the second body kind of tumbles down the stairs and attacks the pirate closest to him, and takes him down at the top of the stairs and shreds him apart. And at that point, the two kind of bloodied, grotesque corpses kind of like turn their attention, while blindfolded, kind of turn their attention toward you in their kind of broken up state.
Do we see the prisoners anywhere else? Like in this room?
No. Not
They're
from right
behind, like, on top, but we can't
up
see.
on top, yeah.
Okay.
Are those things alive?
It won't be for long if they are.
They're undead.
Brown's gonna take a step forward. And
Okay.
You got I'll take the right, you take the left. Ace.
He nods, and then he kind of looks over at Asher and Wolf Form and go, "Let's go chew on some new chew toys." And then takes off.
And Asher will join him.
All right. As you take a step forward, Cathiel, as he finishes kind of cleaning the dagger off, again, kind of locks eyes with you, Karan, and even from here, you can kind of see this red kind of blaze in his eyes. It's a valiant effort, but you are too late. It has already begun, and he is growing stronger. And that's where we'll pick up next session.
What?
Oh,
Oh man, here I thought we were actually gonna go into battle. Oh
Yeah, I thought we were going in combat for sure.
But we were supposed to, but we're running late, so it'll be fine.
It'll be fun. It's always fun to start, start a new session with the TPK.
yeah. I was like, oh no, we're all gonna die now.
2 more hours, Dad. 2 more hours.
No, we're already 30 minutes past. So,
Oh man.
he just don't
So
give
that
an F.
sword reanimates the
just
dead.
casually.
Or something.
Yeah, this dagger seems to, well, as far as
Something has the power to
something
reanimate
has
the
the
dead.
power
Yeah.
to reanimate the dead.
Something does.
So,
That was a good episode.
Mm.
A lot of character development.
once again,
We're together.
the thought plickens and the group
We're-
is together.
We're
That's the big thing.
together.
Didn't get
I ripped
split
that dude's
over
throat off.
I killed a guy.
You killed 3 people.
As
Yeah,
wolf,
You ripped
get
the
wolf
throats
and-
out of 3 people today. You have 3
Yeah.
throats in your inventory now. Please have 3 throats.
Please add to your
You
inventory.
guys are like untouched, aside from Karan getting a little bit of necrotic damage, but you guys
Yeah.
just plowed right through that. And then Ace just like, nah, I got this. Whoop,
Yeah.
bye.
The only detriment is that your healer now doesn't have, well, like he's got 1 level of healing, or I can regenerate a spell.
Well, so I mean, we're all untouched, and worst case scenario, I can pop out a wild shape and be like, "Hey, here's my healing," and now we're going to hand combat.
Right.
Yeah.
Worst case
That's
scenario.
meta, and that's for the next episode.
Yep. Well, thank you for the amazing visuals and stream tonight, Holson.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
It's good to get back in the scope of things.
I didn't want it to end.
I
I don't want to leave this world. We just want
I
to do
don't
it.
want to
I
leave this.
know.
As
So
there's
many
just
emotions.
a fountain of blood and blood dripping down this thing. I
I
want
don't
to
know. I
live
really
here.
like it.
I want to
like
Yeah.
live here.
Thank you, chat, for watching.
Yes,
tonight.
we love you guys. Everybody that stuck it
Yeah.
out this far. This is like the earliest we've ended. This is amazing.
True.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the most on
Yeah.
timeliest we've
Right?
Freaking
earliest we've
cliffhanger,
ended.
but if we were to enter combat, I mean, that could be another 30 minutes minimum, I feel like. So,
minimum.
well, I mean, the way
think
you guys
probably
were
saying
running
that.
through, when you guys were running
That's
through
true.
this stuff,
True. We don't
just
know how
gives me
easily we
time
walk
to, you
over
know.
these guys. We also don't have the advantage of surprise here, where there's a whole bunch of horn dogs we can take advantage of, and then
I know, right?
You guys destroyed those. That was creative. Like, if you guys had just stormed in there, might have been some hits that landed. It would have been actual initiative. But you guys are just like, that was well planned. Well done.
Dude, not to mention the nat 20 and then Elena rolled really well. We're just like, oh,
Oh my.
especially I mean, at least it's kind of in your like Elena. This seemed like it was completely out of her character. So the fact that she didn't like muck it all up was.
I know. That's why I was like, I'll go ahead and roll. See how much she. No, she just, you know, kind of followed along.
She's apparently there's been something repressed in her history that she's just been itching.
She a freak.
well, I mean, she's been a little sassy with me, so I'm not very surprised.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we have things to talk about for our.
Talk to Machina.
Oh, yeah, for
Inside in.
Insight.
who's going to be there for the Insight In this week?
We'll have to figure that out.
We shall let you know
We
on
shall
one of
let
the
you
next
know.
videos.
Stick around in Discord, and we'll figure that out. But,
Yeah.
Discuss
bloody
motion
ending
film.
indeed. The Insight In will probably be on Tuesday, and then the rerun of we'll probably do episode 2 just to keep the things in the VODs. Episode 2 probably running on Wednesday. It's a part of the watch party rerun. But everybody, thanks for hanging out. Love you guys.
See you
let's
guys.
This continue this bloody ending with hopefully a bloody resolution as we enter the next episode. That'll be curious indeed. Please stick around, and we will give somebody else some love, some awesome content creators, D&D related, and give them a raid. Copy pasta. All right, guys.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.